guys, welcome to a new video. My name is Anna and yeah, it's Anna's healing journey. So healing ride. Wow, people, dear viewers, I'm gonna talk about my brother again because wow, he gave me many advices, but now more than ever I need to have fun, like all the fun possible, to have fun every day and to find joy and to do what I love. And I think this is the big message that I get from his decease and the fact that he has deceased. And yeah, I'm doing pretty well. And that doesn't mean I don't have my grief, because it's so easy to feel guilty. It's so easy. And I think most of all, you know, people want to help the people they love. And in the core of our hearts, we want to support each other as family members, friends. But for some reason, we weren't able to save my brother, and we didn't know he was in this life danger, actually, because we knew him as a very, very optimistic, cheerful, and positive person. He was very wise. That's why, despite the fact he was younger, his wisdom made me, wow, impressed me, and he was able to help me when I traveled. He was able to see deep connections, relations between things. He was philosophic. So my brother, he was a very wise guy, and maybe because of that I put him a little bit on a pedestal. It's something I do, to put people on pedestals and think they're very capable of certain things, and then I forget to see how vulnerable they are. But despite that, I have been traveling when my brother was deeply sad, when he had a lot of bad luck. He hurt his foot, and he had a couple of backslashes, like his car was almost stolen, just from near his house, the parking lot. And then, you know, those are kind of hard events. And yeah, it was his working car, because my brother is a farrier. I will still talk about is until time passes. And he works as a farrier, and he had his bus near the parking lot of his house, and he had it parked on the parking lot, and then it got almost stolen, and then it was the middle of the night. And I think that is freaky, you know. It leaves you with a certain like high vigilance when that has happened. So all in all, he had certain events that put him down, and in the end of it all, he had sleeping problems, and also he was having psychotic episodes. So this was the tricky part, because when I was on the phone with him, and I almost phoned him weekly, I couldn't really notice if he was psychotic, because he still sounded very serious and very clear on what had happened and what he thought that he needed. So he said, please pray for me, and I need to find a healer. yeah, this was all in all his pressure putting on himself, like saying I need to be healed. And I said, well, you better allow yourself some time, because if you're like this heartbroken, it will take a while, you know, to get over heartache. It took me a long time, and it wouldn't necessarily mean that everybody has to take years and years, but as a highly sensitive person, everything is so deeply felt that it really means that the reflection is also big. The connections, the dots, the insights, because when we reflect on ourselves, we get the insights, we get to connect certain events with events from the past, and we get to see the bigger picture. And that's what you want. When you're healing, you want to see the deeper picture. You want to know what are the patterns and what are the emotions that need to be felt. That's how a lot of HSPs go about. They want to reflect deeply, and it takes time, it takes pain, it takes rest, it takes isolation most of the time. So I was perfectly fine with him isolating a bit for at least a week, and then it happened. So I haven't been calling him, because actually I was isolating myself, and it was just 1 week. I needed to recover from my trip in Africa, and I was like, I'm gonna be alone for a week. I wanted to be secluded for a week, and that I did, and it helped me. But just that Monday, I was shocked. I heard the news, and it was devastating. It's such a tragedy of such a beautiful character that was so loved by many, and there were so many people that never expected him to make a decision like that. There were so many cousins and nephews, cousins at the funeral, and acquaintances and clients of his, and all those people, they were shocked and very, very sad, of course. And then that's the first week, and now we're 8 weeks after, and still choosing joy. So I try to go to every carnival this summer, because like every village in this area has its own carnival. So every weekend there's a carnival to go to. And actually, I feel a little bit weird telling this. And that's okay, because I think I can be a good daughter to both of my parents and to my other brother when I'm energized, when I fill my cup at the carnival, because then I get a full cup, and then some parts of this cup can be used to be a good daughter, to be a good sister, to be a good friend. And I never understood this properly. Before, when I was younger, I never understood that sometimes it takes an effort to gain energy and to cultivate energy. You have to get up. For instance, when people go to the gym, which I don't do anymore, but you don't feel like doing it, but when you return from the gym, you're like, yes, wow, you know, you come home with energized. And when I come home from dancing, for instance, at the carnival or at the Odessa boat, I feel like, yes, you know, I've got a buffer. I've got this extra charge of energy that I can spend on the things that I want to do, the things that are important. And I think this is how I go about the coming weeks, and I don't know how it will be in 6 months. And that's yeah, that's the question. That's the interesting part of grieving, the part of processing this whole event, because right now I can't even say that I miss him that much, because for me it feels like he's away. He's just away for a traineeship, and that, you know, in a couple of months he will return, because I've been without my brother for 6 months at least before, so I know what it's like to not see him for a while. And now it's been 2 months well, actually more, but it's been 2 months since I spoke to him, and the last time I saw him was Christmas. Then he was here in my house, and then yeah, he gave me a ride with his car, and he came to sit for a while on the couch just here, and then he left. And yeah, I will keep you updated, because that is the experiment in this video, and I'm gonna wrap it up. So in the next video I will see what comes up, and in the coming days I'm still writing, because writing helps me a lot to make poetry. It's my best tool these days, and yeah, I hope this is helping for someone. If not, it's helping for me. So guys, got this new one-liner that is, you are enough. You are enough. It's a great reminder when you're feeling low. You know, you're always loved by the Lord, by life, or whatever you choose to believe as a higher power. It is the Lord. The Lord is the higher power. So it's not about what you do. You know, you don't have to measure yourself by what you do. If you do enough in a day, no, you are already enough. You are loved. Bye bye.